Welcome to QuickBook Audio, where we're about to embark on a life-changing, audiobook summary journey through the Success Principles by Jack Canfield. If you've ever felt stuck, dreamed of more success, more confidence, more purpose, or simply craved clarity on how to get from where you are to where you want to be, you're in the perfect place. This book isn't just a collection of tips, it's a comprehensive guidebook for high-performance living, a manual to transform your mindset, habits, and actions so you can bridge the gap between your current reality and your biggest dreams. Picture yourself standing at the edge of possibility. On one side is your current life, maybe it's comfortable but unfulfilling, or maybe it's chaotic and overwhelming. On the other side is the life you dream of, thriving in your career, surrounded by meaningful relationships, confident in your purpose, and living with joy. The Success Principles is the bridge between those two realities. Over the next 2 hours, we'll unpack the most transformative principles in the book, breaking them down with clarity, depth, and heart. We'll explore what they mean, why they work, and how you can apply them starting today, using relatable stories, personal anecdotes, psychological insights, and practical exercises to make these ideas stick. Let's set the stage. Imagine your life as a house you're building. Right now, the foundation might be shaky, built on old habits, limiting beliefs, or unclear goals. Jack's principles are the tools to strengthen that foundation, raise the walls, and design a home that reflects your highest aspirations. We'll cover 7 key areas, from taking full responsibility for your life to embracing failure as a teacher, with enough detail to inspire, equip, and empower you to act. This isn't passive listening, it's an invitation to engage, reflect, and take ownership of your journey. Why does this matter? Because success isn't about luck, talent, or timing, it's about principles. As Jack says, if you want to be successful, you have to take 100% responsibility for everything that happens in your life. That's the mindset we're diving into, and it starts with a choice to show up fully for this process. Psychologically, committing to this journey activates your brain's reticular activating system and #40, RAS and #41, the filter that highlights opportunities aligned with your focus. By choosing to engage now, you're already priming yourself for change. Before we begin, hit that subscribe button and ring the bell to join our community for more transformative summaries. And let's make this personal, drop a comment below, what's one dream you're chasing, or one obstacle you're ready to overcome? Maybe it's launching a business, rebuilding your confidence, or finding your purpose. I'm excited to hear your story, and I'll be reading every comment. So, grab a notebook, find a quiet space, and let's start building the life you were meant to live. Here we go. Part 1, Take 100% responsibility for your life. We kick off with the bedrock of all success, Principle 1, Take 100% responsibility for your life. Jack Canfield starts here because it's the foundation everything else builds on. If you want to change your life, you have to stop blaming, stop making excuses, and stop waiting for someone else to fix things. This isn't about guilt or shame, it's about power. When you take full responsibility, you reclaim the ability to shape your future. What does this mean? It means acknowledging that your thoughts, decisions, habits, and actions have brought you to where you are today. Your job, your relationships, your health, your bank account, they're all outcomes of choices you've made, consciously or not. Blaming others, your parents, your boss, the economy, your past, feels good in the moment, but it strips you of agency. It's like handing over the steering wheel of your life to someone else and wondering why you're not going where you want. Jack introduces a simple but profound formula, E plus R equals O, or event plus response equals outcome. You can't always control the events in your life, a car accident, a layoff, a global crisis, but you can always control your response. And your response determines the outcome. Let's make this concrete. Say you're unhappy with your fitness level. You could blame a busy schedule, bad genetics, or lack of a gym. That's a reactive response, and it keeps you stuck. A responsible response is asking, what can I do today to improve? Could I walk for 20 minutes? Could I swap soda for water? That shift in response creates a new outcome: better health, more energy, pride in your effort. Real-world example: I know a guy, Mark, who was stuck in a dead-end retail job, barely making ends meet. He used to blame his small town, saying, "There are no opportunities here." Then he read the success principles and decided to take responsibility. He asked, "What can I control?" He started learning digital marketing online, built a portfolio, and landed freelance gigs. Within a year, he was working remotely for clients worldwide, earning triple his old salary. The event, living in a small town, didn't change. His response did. Deep dive: psychologically, taking responsibility rewires your locus of control. An external locus of control, blaming outside forces, leads to helplessness, as shown in studies on learned helplessness by psychologist Martin Seligman. An internal locus, owning your choices, boosts resilience and problem-solving, activating the prefrontal cortex for decision-making. When you stop blaming, you shift from victim to creator, opening neural pathways for creativity and action. This isn't about ignoring real barriers, it's about focusing on what's within your power. Story: let's talk about Oprah Winfrey, one of Jack's favorite examples. Born into poverty, abused as a child, and faced with systemic racism, Oprah could have blamed her circumstances, and no one would have faulted her. Instead, she took responsibility for her education, her work ethic, and her attitude. She read voraciously, sought mentors, and showed up fully in every role, from local news anchor to global media mogul. Her response to brutal events created extraordinary outcomes. Practical tip: try the responsibility audit this week. Pick one area of your life where you're dissatisfied, maybe your career, finances, or relationships. Write down any blames or excuses you've used, e.g., "My boss doesn't value me." Then list 3 responses you can control, e.g., "I can update my skills, network, or explore new roles." Take one action today, like signing up for a course or scheduling a coffee chat. To make it stick, visualize the outcome, see yourself thriving and feel the confidence. Case study: consider J.K. Rowling, who faced rejection from 12 publishers for Harry Potter. She could have blamed the industry or given up. Instead, she kept submitting, refining her pitch, and believing in her story. Her response turned a string of no's into a global phenomenon. What if she'd stopped at rejection 11? Your response to setbacks can redefine your future. Reflection pause: what's one area where you've been blaming someone or something, and what would happen if you took 100% responsibility? Pause for 15 seconds. Key takeaway: taking 100% responsibility isn't about guilt, it's about power. Control your responses to shape your outcomes. Part 2: Know your life purpose. Principle 2 is Know your life purpose. Jack Canfield says clarity is power, and you can't hit a target you can't see. Most people drift through life, reacting to demands, work, bills, social media, without a clear sense of why they're here. Successful people, on the other hand, live with intention, guided by a purpose that gives meaning to their struggles and direction to their choices. Your life purpose is your North Star, a beacon that keeps you grounded when life gets stormy. It's not about having a grand, world-changing mission, though it can be. It's about knowing what matters most to you and who you're here to serve. Jack encourages crafting a life purpose statement, a concise paragraph that captures your essence, your values, and your impact. Real-world example. Let's look at Oprah again. Her purpose is to uplift and empower people through storytelling and connection. That clarity drove her from a local talk show to a global platform, guiding every decision, whether launching a book club or founding a school. Your purpose doesn't need to be as big, but it needs to be yours. Maybe it's to inspire my students to love learning, or to create a loving, supportive home for my family. Deep dive. Psychologically, purpose activates the brain's reward system, releasing dopamine when you align with your values, as shown in studies by neuroscientist Patricia Chitchland. Without purpose, you're like a ship without a rudder, tossed by external pressures. Purpose provides intrinsic motivation, reducing reliance on fleeting external rewards like likes or bonuses. It also buffers against stress, as research by psychologist Viktor Frankl suggests, showing that meaning fosters resilience. Story about my friend, Sarah, was a corporate lawyer, successful but miserable. She felt like she was living someone else's life. After reading the Success Principles, she did Jack's purpose exercise and realized she wanted to help people heal through creativity. She started teaching art therapy classes on weekends, which energized her more than her day job. Eventually, she transitioned to full-time therapy work, and she's never been happier. Her purpose gave her courage to pivot. Practical tip: try Jack's life purpose exercise this week. Complete this sentence: my purpose is to action, e.g., inspire, create, support, so that impact, e.g., others feel empowered, the world is kinder. For example, my purpose is to teach, so that children discover their potential. Write a draft, then refine it over a few days. Read it daily to stay aligned. If you're stuck, ask, what do I love doing? Who do I want to help? What legacy do I want? Case study: consider Walt Disney, whose purpose was to spark joy and imagination through storytelling. That vision guided him through bankruptcy, rejection, and setbacks, leading to a global empire. His clarity of purpose turned dreams into reality. What's your vision? Reflection pause: what's one thing you love doing that could hint at your purpose? Key takeaway: your purpose is your compass. Define it to live with intention and meaning. Part 3: Believe in yourself and release limiting beliefs. Principle 3 is believe in yourself and release limiting beliefs. Jack Canfield delivers a stark truth: you'll never outperform your self-image. If deep down you believe you're not good enough, not smart enough, or not worthy, you'll unconsciously sabotage opportunities that challenge those beliefs. Your beliefs are like software running your life, and many were programmed in childhood, often without your consent. The good news: beliefs aren't fixed, they're malleable. You can rewrite them to empower you, unlocking potential you didn't know you had. Jack shares the story of Jim Carrey, who, before fame, wrote himself a $10 million check for acting services rendered, dated 5 years in the future. He visualized cashing it daily, reinforcing his belief in his worth. 5 years later, he earned exactly $10 million for a film role. That's the power of belief. Real-world example: my colleague, Lisa, believed she was bad at public speaking after a humiliating school presentation. That belief kept her from leadership roles. After reading the Success Principles, she questioned it, recalling times she communicated well in small groups. She replaced her belief with "I'm improving as a speaker," and joined Toastmasters. Today, she leads workshops confidently. Her new belief reshaped her reality. Deep dive: psychologically, beliefs create a confirmation bias, as shown in research by cognitive scientist Daniel Kahneman. Your brain seeks evidence to support what you believe, ignoring contrary data. Believe you're a failure, and you'll notice every mistake. Believe you're capable, and you'll spot opportunities. Changing beliefs involves neuroplasticity, rewiring neural pathways through repetition and action. Jack's process is: 1. Identify a limiting belief, e.g., I'm not creative. 2. Ask, where did this come from? E.g., a critical teacher. 3. Challenge it, is it true? E.g., I've solved problems creatively. 4. Replace it with an empowering belief, e.g., I'm a creative thinker. Story to consider: Roger Bannister, who broke the 4-minute mile barrier in 1954, a feat deemed impossible. Doctors said the human body couldn't handle it. Bannister believed differently, training his mind and body to see it as achievable. His belief, backed by action, rewrote history. What impossible belief can you challenge? Practical tip: this week, do Jack's belief rewriting exercise. Write down one limiting belief, trace its source, challenge its truth, and craft a new belief. For example, Shift "I'm bad with money" to "I'm learning to manage money wisely." Repeat the new belief daily, aloud, with emotion, and take one action to reinforce it, like reading a finance book. Track how your perspective shifts over a week. Case study: look at Sarah Blakely, founder of Spanx. She grew up hearing she wasn't business savvy, but she believed she could solve problems creatively. With $5,000 and no formal training, she built a billion-dollar company by believing in her ability to learn and persist. Her self-image drove her success. Reflection pause: what's one limiting belief you're ready to release, and what's the new belief you'll adopt? Key takeaway: your beliefs shape your reality. Rewrite limiting ones to unlock your true potential. Part 6: Build habits and environments that support success. Principle 6 is build habits and environments that support success. Willpower is like a battery, it runs out. Jack Canfield says success isn't about forcing yourself to be disciplined, it's about creating systems and environments that make success the path of least resistance. Your environment, your physical space, daily routines, and the people around you, shapes your behavior more than you think. A cluttered desk invites distraction, a supportive friend fuels motivation. Jack also emphasizes habits, the small, repeated actions that compound into big results. He uses the habit formula: trigger, routine, reward. A trigger, e.g., morning alarm, leads to a routine, e.g., journaling, followed by a reward, e.g., feeling clear-headed. Real-world example: my cousin, Jake, wanted to read more but always scrolled his phone at night. He changed his environment, put his phone in another room, placed a book on his pillow, and set a cozy lamp. His trigger: seeing the book; routine: reading 10 pages, and reward: feeling smarter, made reading a habit. A year later, he'd read 20 books. Deep dive: habits formed through neural loops, as studied by neuroscientist Charles Duhigg. Triggers activate the basal ganglia, automating routines, while rewards release dopamine, reinforcing the loop. Environments amplify this. Cues like a visible gym bag make exercise easier. Social environments matter too. Jim Rohn's adage, "You're the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with," reflects how peers shape your standards. Story: consider Warren Buffett, who attributes his success to habits like reading 500 pages daily and an environment of like-minded investors. His office is quiet, his schedule protects thinking time, and his circle challenges him to grow. Your habits and environment can be just as powerful. Practical tip: design one success habit this week. Pick a goal, e.g., better focus; set a trigger, e.g., clear desk at 9 a.m., routine, e.g., work 25 minutes, and reward, e.g., coffee break. Adjust your environment, remove distractions, add cues like a vision board. Spend 5 minutes daily with a supportive person, even virtually, to boost your mindset. Case study: a student Jack coached wanted to ace exams. Her habit: study 30 minutes after breakfast; trigger: focus on one topic; routine: enjoy a favorite song; reward. She redesigned her room, books out, phone off, and joined a study group. Her grades soared. Systems, not willpower. 1. Reflection pause: what's one habit you want to build, and how can you tweak your environment to support it? Key takeaway: success is built on systems. Craft habits and environments that pull you toward your goals. Part 7: Practice gratitude, giving, and growth. Principle 7 is practice gratitude, giving, and growth. Jack Canfield says true success isn't just about what you achieve, it's about what you contribute. The most fulfilled people are generous with their time, resources, and appreciation, and they never stop growing. Gratitude, giving, and growth create a cycle of abundance that enriches your life and others. Gratitude shifts your focus from lack to abundance, boosting serotonin and reducing stress, as shown in studies by psychologist Robert Emmons. Giving, whether a compliment, a skill, or a donation, activates the brain's reward centers, fostering connection. Growth, through learning and teaching, keeps you vibrant and relevant. Real-world example: my friend, Maria, was struggling financially but started a gratitude journal, listing 3 things daily she was thankful for, like her health or a kind coworker. She also began sharing free resume tips on LinkedIn. Within months, her posts went viral, leading to a coaching business. Her generosity and growth mindset turned scarcity into opportunity. Deep dive: giving creates a reciprocity effect. As studied by sociologist Robert Cialdini, people feel compelled to give back, amplifying your impact. Gratitude rewires your brain for optimism, making you more likely to spot opportunities. Growth, through continuous learning, builds neuroplasticity, keeping your brain adaptable, as shown in research by neuroscientist Michael Merzenich. Story: look at Tony Robbins, who feeds millions through his charity work. His gratitude for his mentors and commitment to growth, studying psychology, coaching daily, made him a global force. Giving and growing aren't extras, they're essentials. Practical tip: start a gratitude-giving growth practice this week. Each morning, write 3 things you're grateful for. Give one small act daily, a thank you note, a tip shared online, or an hour volunteered. Learn one new thing, a podcast, a chapter, a skill, and teach it to someone. Track how this cycle shifts your energy over a week. Case study: Jack tells of a teacher who thanked her students daily, volunteered at a shelter, and took online courses. Her positivity attracted a promotion, and her generosity built a loyal community. Small acts compounded into big wins. Reflection pause: what's one way you can give or grow this week, and what are you grateful for today? Key takeaway: gratitude, giving, and growth create a life of abundance and fulfillment. We've just unpacked the transformative power of the Success Principles by Jack Canfield, a toolkit for building the life you've always wanted. Let's recap your 7 pillars of success. Take 100% responsibility, own your responses to shape your outcomes. Know your life purpose, live with clarity and intention. Believe in yourself, rewrite limiting beliefs to unlock potential. Set clear goals, turn dreams into plans with daily actions. Embrace rejection, see failure as feedback and keep moving. Build habits and environments, create systems for effortless success. Practice gratitude, giving, and growth, live generously and keep growing. Jack's core message is clear: success isn't about luck or talent, it's about principles, applied consistently. You have everything within you to create a life of purpose, impact, and joy. The question is, will you act? Knowledge alone isn't power, applied knowledge is. As Jack says, you have to take action, and you have to do it now. Reflect on these questions. What's one principle you're committing to today? Responsibility, purpose, or maybe giving? What's one small step you can take right now? A goal, a new habit? What life are you ready to stop settling for? Mediocrity, fear, or playing small? If this summary inspired you, dive into the full book. Please hit that like button, subscribe, and share this with someone who needs a push to live bigger. Drop a comment with the principle you're starting with or the action you're taking. I'll be reading and cheering you on. Thank you for spending your time with me on this transformative journey. Your success story starts now. Take one step today, and keep building the life you were meant to live.